Yeah, they were on some, goodwill mission that they did in those days. They came in a beaten-up old blue van. They'd only had one hit. They'd had Come On had been a hit at that time, 63.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I spent a lot of time in hospital beds, but, it wasn't tough. I remember excruciating pain that after surgery where I can't describe it. You're talking about pain beyond description. I remember that when the morphine ran out, I wore off. But other than that, I was 12, and the main long stays were either when I was 3, so I don't remember, and then there was a long stay of about 9 months when I was 12, a long stay when I was 15 to 16 of nearly a year. And what I remember of those is it was a children's hospital. We were all under 16, and there were 12 or 14 of us in this wonderful bungalow-shaped ward. And it was great times. We were kids. You don't think of it as a horrible existence. We were treated kindly. We had education in there. Oh yeah, no, it's all right. It makes you what you are, and a bit of pain won't make you a bad person, will it?
Now, before the success of Cockney Rebel came along, you were a journalist for a number of years, and last time I spoke to you on this programme, we mentioned the fact that Richard Madeley nicked your desk, didn't he?
Yeah. When I left school, I was indentured, apprenticed to learn as a junior reporter with Essex County newspapers in Colchester. And after that 3 years, I went to East London, Crayland, down in Whitechapel, and spent a year with the East London Advertiser. And yeah, Madeley has that story. I suppose it's true. He says it. I mean, he told me on television once that his entree into the world of newspaper journalism was taking my desk at the East London Advertiser, so did him a favour.
He says, I don't know if it's true, but he says he found the lyrics to Judy T in the drawer of his desk, and wondered whether or not you had eyes on Judy before he did. No, that's a joke. But
Get out of here.
At the back of your mind, even when you were a journalist, did you really want to be a musician and hit the big time?
My mother was a jazz singer, and she was very good. I didn't hear her perform, but I heard her at weddings and parties, big family bashes in the 50s and early 60s. She was a very, very good singer. My great-grandfather on my father's side played church organ in a huge church in South London that would have had a massive congregation in the 1880s and 1890s. So he would have been very good. So there's a bit of it in the blood somewhere, and they gave me my first guitar when I was 10 or 11, 62.
Mm-hmm.
I'd probably heard Blowing in the Wind or The Times They Are A-Changing, and I said, I want one of those. And I got it for Christmas. That changed my life. I mean, I was playing guitar chords. I'm from, like you said, I'm from Deptford, southeast London.
Mm-hmm.
You don't grow up with any kind of traditional. We're Millwall people, you know what I mean? We don't grow up with traditions like that. There were no Morris dancers, and it was Pearly Kings and Queens where I was. Honky-tonk piano.
That makes the arrival of Billy Bragg even more surprising in a way, doesn't it, really?
Yeah, Billy,
That sort of thing.
He's so committed. He doesn't really sing folk music. He writes, he writes it all, but he's very committed to his causes. I have a lot of time for him. He's a lovely man.
Now,
I've met him several times. He's a lovely bloke.
Does a lot of the success of Cockney Rebel come to that meeting, the first meeting really with John Crocker? Because that's really, from there on, that's where Cockney Rebel came from, isn't it?
It's true. John and I met through a mutual friend, someone he was working with in Walthamstow at that time, London Rubber.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to know what they make.
No.
And they were working there, and we were introduced. And I was playing folky guitar and learning all the Dylan songs and all the middle of the road songs of the time. And he was playing great fiddle. I mean, real Cajun, bluegrass. He was really talented. He's got a younger brother who plays acoustic guitar, absolutely fabulous technique. And John and I said, well, let's play together. And then we auditioned people through an ad in the Melody Maker or the NME for the band. That was where Cockney Rebel came from. Cockney Rebel was the title of a poem. I'd written a really long narrative poem, and then we were looking for a band name. And I looked at that poem and I thought, well, it's a useless poem, but a great title.